My name is Feli, Feli Official on Instagram. Make sure you follow me. I am a dancer, choreographer. I was always depressed. I pop it. But I love his music though.
Is it music?
For you to actually become someone, you have to create your own path, to be very honest. Like, now when it comes to like making money, creating art or that avenue, you might not be able to make as much money like in the beginning unless you're just a good dancer with no connections. Like, that's literally what it is. I think the little things really matter, you know, like you don't know, like the way you introduce someone to someone else can make such a difference, you know what I'm saying? And something I'm doing is building onto the skills you already have. I feel like there's so much greed and tension in the streets.
Greed.
That, of course, greed. The economy is bad, you know, we need money.
What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? So I'm in Dallas, I'm in downtown, currently Clyde Warren Park, and I'm meeting up with my friend today. She's the best dancer, the best Afrobeat dancer in my books. Now, some people might disagree. I don't know why his camera keeps shaking. But some people might disagree. But in my books, she's the best Afrobeat dancer in Dallas. And we're gonna see today, and I'm just gonna ask her a couple of questions around the industry, fame, how they make money around this. And yeah, let's see what she says. I'm about to take the camera out now, then I'll see where I can find her. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Let me go ahead and find Feli. Let's go. So it's recording live. Like I was saying, I am with the one and only in my books, the best Afrobeat
Drum roll.
dancer in America. There's a lot of them. Some people are going to come for my neck, but hey, it's my opinion. So let's take a seat.
Hi guys. Ooh.
Oh, this is on.
Is mine on?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm in the frame. Am I in the frame?
You're in the frame, but yeah, that's okay better. I feel like it's so far.
Shit. It's so far?
Yeah, that's fine. That's better.
Alright, cool. So I'm just going to go straight to it. I'm going to allow Feli to introduce herself, you know. So it's yours.
Alright guys, my name is Feli, Feli Official on Instagram. Make sure you follow me. I'm a dancer, choreographer, photographer, videographer. I'm just multifaceted, you know, and I think God just instilled a beautiful talent inside of me. So I'm really happy to be here, what do you go by?
Shiva.
Okay, I'm just making sure that's what you...
That's also my YouTube channel.
Okay.
We can hear it, so don't worry.
NW.
Yeah. Shiva NW.
I am here with Shiva NW. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. And yeah.
How many likes? I have less than 200 subscribers, right? But how many likes, how many views do you want us to get for the video?
I would give it at least 10K, you know.
10K?
Yeah. Is that a lot? Is that a challenge?
Well, if you're doing YouTube, you have to believe. You know, you have to believe. And again, I'm doing this with someone that has a lot of following, has a lot of impact, especially when it comes to the you know, creative industry, if that's what you call it, dancing.
Yeah, creative industry.
Creative industry, right?
Right.
And so hopefully this video is going to go out there and it's going to be helpful to people. But before we start, let me introduce myself. Actually, there's nothing to introduce. I'm just a regular creative. I'm a new YouTuber. My name is Shiva, and I was born and raised in Cameroon. And I'm privileged to be in America today. And I've met a lot of people, and she's definitely one of the most hardworking and smartest creatives I know out there. She's not only someone I know, she's a friend. I know her for a long time. Like how many years now?
2021, right?
Yeah, 2021, I think. Before COVID. After COVID, after COVID.
Yeah, after COVID.
It was after COVID. And this video should have happened a long time ago, but just because of my bad habits, I just know sometimes I'll be slow, or most of the times I'll be slow. And yeah.
We love the accountability.
But we're here now. You know what I'm saying? She gonna help me blow. She gonna make me blow. What'd you say? What's that mean?
Like, I'm agreeing with it.
Oh, yeah, doing with it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to hit to my first question. Actually, I need to ask you, how are you doing though? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a bit sore.
A bit sore.
But I feel great. I'm alive, I'm healthy. You know, what more can I ask?
Okay, sweet. Okay, so my first question to Feli is gonna be, in your opinion, right? In your opinion, your experience, do you believe Afrobeat or Afrobeat dancers get the recognition they deserve, or you think they are still just used as entertainment?
Okay. I think
Clock it.
yeah, I definitely think that there is like a separation. You know, there's like older people that they have been in the industry for a while, and then you have people that may have not been in the industry, but they've been dancing, like they've been training, but they weren't necessarily taking gigs, right? So I think there's definitely like a hierarchy in a sense. So it feels almost like, in order for you to actually become someone, you have to create your own path, to be very honest. Like, you may have people supporting you on one end, but when it comes to actually getting the opportunities, like, that's where the problem is, you know? It's only so many people that actually dance to Afrobeats, like in the United States. Like, you should know, if you watch a lot of like Afro dancers, you should know by now, like, who dances, who's out there. So I think a lot of, when it comes to like using them as entertainment or not, I think it's always going to be almost used as entertainment until we create our own lanes, you know, and do our own things, like maybe dance showcases and things that are just focused on dancers. But until that is done, it's basically just going to be, you know, dancing for artists. And, you know, so it's like, as dancers, we usually want to create art. That's the whole point of it. Now, when it comes to like making money, creating art or that avenue, you might not be able to make as much money like in the beginning, unless unless you have the connections, you have the network in order for you to do that. But until then, you have to create your own lane and
gradually get to the
so I think for the most part, if you're wanting to not being used as an entertainment, I think like the community comes together and figures out like, okay, what's next for dancers, you know, and not just like, oh, we're just doing things to get paid. I mean, that's, you know, entrepreneurship, like in a sense, you have to make money from that end. But I think a lot of times we want to make money off of what we actually want to do, not because like someone is hiring us to do a piece on a stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's also rewarding, but to even get to that point, it's not like it's an easy route, you know. It takes a lot to be able to even get there. So that's what I think.
That makes sense though. Looking from an outsider's point of view, I have been around, not around the entertainment industry, but two people like you know, I've seen it enough where I'm like, I keep asking the same questions to myself, right? These artists, they grow and they reach at the top. Like, for example, a new guy from Nigeria is going to come from nowhere, you know, and you have a dancer who has been dancing way before he started, you know, getting into the studio, and that guy is going to blow up, you know, and eventually I usually feel like they leave the people that create the choreography for their songs, you know, make it trendy, then, you know, they don't take them to the top. Well, this is what I personally feel like, this is how I feel about how things should be, right? If you're an artist, you should give the I'll say dancers the opportunity, right, to also grow. Because if you give them exposure, now you're giving them exposure not only to your fan base, but to people out there that might come across you because they have the numbers, right? They have the followers. And I think usually it boils down to like people that have the connection. So what if you don't have the connections, you're a good dancer then?
Then you're just a good dancer with no connections. Like that's literally what it is.
That's crazy though. That's crazy because there are a lot of dancers.
Right.
So it's going to be hard for sure.
And it's also like it's almost as like an overcrowded like field in a sense because now you have the TikToks and you have the people that want to separate themselves and be called content creator and dancers. I think or professional dancers, but it's a lot that kind of goes into it, you know. I don't know. I just think if you're wanting to go that route, you have to start creating your own, like being in your own lane or creating your own lane, like not just relying on other people. However, I would say that like networking is very important, you know, like don't just walk into rooms thinking that people are going to know who you are. Like, no, nobody's going to just, even if you think on social media you're the biggest, you know, thing, like the moment you walk into a room, like you're only a small piece of that room. So it's either you make yourself, you know, known or you just hide, and then tomorrow you'll be like, oh well, nobody knows me and this and that. Like you have to be able to like have conversations, introduce yourself. Like these are things that will get you to a, you know, from A to B at least. Like so normally depending on the rooms that you're in, like you will know if you should do a little too much or you should just kind of relax, you know. Like there's a time and a place for everything as well. You don't want to just come off as this like cocky person, like, oh, I'm this and I'm that, you know. Like sometimes you have to let your personality speak for itself, or you know, if maybe someone else includes your name in that conversation, then you'll be more comfortable, like, you know. And I also think a very big part is like whenever you're networking, whenever you're connecting with other people, right? Let's say you and I are having this conversation. And then somebody came here like and saw me and knew me, like, oh, you know, Feli, whatever. They'll walk up to me and naturally I'm gonna introduce you and be like, hey, this is my friend Shiva, he does this and he does that. You know, like I think the little things really matter, you know, like you don't know, like the way you introduce someone to someone else can make such a difference, you know what I'm saying? So like I think it's also very important to know how to network and to like maximize that essentially, right? So yeah.
So you mentioned something about you have to create your own path to like, you know, keep growing, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you to spill a lot of information about how you, you know, how you do it. We live in the world where, hey, you gotta get keep. You know, one way or another, you have to get keep, right? But just give us one thing, you know, that you generally tell anyone out there, right? When it comes to creating your own path, like something you did that worked for you.
Something I did and something I'm doing is building onto the skills you already have. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you may have one skill, you may be really good at doing this, right? But something else may pair really well with that thing as well, you know? So like you might be a videographer, but somebody else that you might know might be a creative director or even a fashion model, you know? Everything that's creative can literally come together. So I think like whenever you start.
The bird, man. Hey.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I can't flip the camera, but it's a domestic bird.
Wait, I was gonna say.
You're talking about like a creative, you know.
Okay, yeah. So
creative pieces in the industry,
I feel like you should be able to build onto the skills you already have, and that in its own is going to help your portfolio whenever you're even introducing yourself, you know, like it's going to make you more confident to be able to say like, I'm doing these things. However, I would also say like, you don't have to start it as like, oh, I want to make money off of it. You can start as a hobby, you know, like start something as a hobby, and if it gets to the point where you think, okay, I want to expand that, now you actually know what you're doing in order to go and want to make money from it. Don't just like start something and immediately you're like, oh, how do I make money off of this thing? Like, because then it might not be like really enjoyable at the end of the day, like, because now you're just thinking like money, money, money. Instead, if you decide, you know, I'm already a dancer, right? But there's a specific way that I like my videos to be shot. And let's say like people aren't able to like actually grasp that. Okay, you're going to carry a camera and start doing it on other people so that you know how you want to do it for yourself. Like things like that. That's a little bit of what I would tell creatives out there. Like just build onto the skills that you have. Like your portfolio is you are your portfolio. So don't just stick to one little, you know, like, oh, I'm just a professional dancer. Like, no, you can be so much more than that. You can be a dancer, you can be a choreographer, you can be a creative director, you can be a producer, you know, you can be
all of anything you want to be.
Sky's the limit. That's how I feel like. So, yeah.
See, you guys should listen. She said it. She gave one secret. Tomorrow, don't say she will gatekeeping, you know. I think
I even gave more than I was supposed to, actually.
And you see, souvent on dit que les Bamileke sont quiet, so if you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
Hey, not too much.
She gave all the tea, and let's say if, you know, with what she said, if I wanted to start, you know, dancing today, I can already map out what I'm going to do, you know, in plain English. Forget about the money, perfect your craft, and you're going to get there. Your hard work is going to speak for itself.
Yeah,
you know?
And, you know, make sure you're like, well, I can only speak for me as a dancer as well, you know, like if you're wanting to move up, if you're wanting to grow, you also have to train, because training is very vital to your career. Don't just say, oh, I'm really good at dancing. You know, people aren't good at dancing forever. If you don't keep up the training, like you might know how to do the move, but the way you're executing that move, like how does it look, you know? So just make sure you're always perfecting your craft, like by taking classes, practicing on your own. You can learn dance challenges on Instagram, TikTok, you know, your favorite choreographers. You can look at their videos for inspiration, or, you know, like get out of your comfort zone as well, because when you're too stuck in your comfort zone, you're not challenging yourself, you know? So in order for you to grow, you have to be a little uncomfortable, you know? So yeah, that's the word of the day.
Okay. I appreciate that. We appreciate it, all of us watching, right? So in the same light, talking about creating your own path to, like, you know, grow in the creative industry as a dancer, right? This question I'm about to ask might be a little bit sensitive, because the person I'm talking to right here is a woman. And the feminist warriors, the most I come from my neck, but hey, it's a free world, man. Do you feel like, have you ever done something? Have you ever sexualized yourself, your dance, or done something out of the ordinary to make yourself stand out or grow? Because why I'm asking this question is, I've heard a lot of times some people, mostly women, you know, it's an industry that's led by women, right? They do things that they usually shouldn't do, you know, to get themselves an opportunity.
Okay. So first of all, I don't do that, but I can't speak for every woman out there. I can really only speak for myself, and, you know, at the end of the day, everything is just an opinion, you know. You do what you want to do. If you want to do it how you want to do it, it's not paying my bills, so I don't care.
But I feel about, as a hard worker though, as a hard worker, it's almost like insulting when people like just assume that. That's kind of loud, sorry. It's kind of insulting when other people think that you had to do something in order to get to where you are today, you know? I think it's like, and the reason why some people think that is because it does happen, you know, it does happen out there. Some people do what they have to do to get to the top, and you can't, you know,
like they do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, like people that are working hard without doing these things, it's like nobody should just assume, you know? It's like you can tell someone today, oh, I'm a dancer, they think you're a stripper, which I have nothing against.
Hey, hopefully we'll see the quality of the mic. Yeah.
That would really do it.
Yeah.
So, but going back to what I was saying, right? Like, someone can meet you. I can meet someone today. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm a dancer, and then they'll just think, wait, before they even think that I just do normal dance, they'll just come and think like I'm a stripper or something. And like I said, I have nothing against strippers. Like, you do what you gotta do, baby.
Hey, it's a hustle.
But you know, there's different titles like for different things, you know. And I think like when you see people putting in the hard work, you know, give them their praises, give them their respect, you know. But it will never really stop a lot of men, for instance, from sexualizing women in this industry. Like at the end of the day, a lot of them see it as entertainment. They see it as, you know, it's a woman figure, you know. So it's like we can't really stop people from thinking what they're thinking. But at the end of the day, like if you know you ain't doing it, it shouldn't bother you that much. People are saying,
hey, what's going on?
If people think you're doing it, you know, if you want to go and plead your case, cool. If you don't want to do it, cool. Like, but there's always going to be people talking. Like, you can't.
That's true.
If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping, baby. You know, I just think like people will always think that, and that's what comes with
being in the
industry. You know, it comes with that. So like, don't take it too personal. Like, unless it's really that bad. That's different, but
you know, contextually, right? Some Americans, when you say dancer, you know, most people think about dancers like the strippers,
right?
Do you think there should be a difference in the?
But the thing is, it's still dancing, though. You know, it's just a different type of dance.
Because you just said something like dancer, people sometimes they think differently, you know.
They do though, yeah.
You might just be a regular, you know, tap dancer.
Right.
Think a stripper because of the way you look.
Right.
You know?
Right. And the thing is, like, I mean, personally, like, if you're introducing yourself, maybe just say exactly what you are instead of just being like, I'm a dancer, you know, like, you can be like, I'm a tap dancer. Like, if you're introducing yourself, like, just so it's clear in that specific moment so that they don't even get, like, any other ideas, you know, you just say exactly what you are and
that makes
keep
sense.
It pushing, you know. So
it makes it easier. You close it up right there.
And if you know you're going to be pissed at someone maybe thinking that, you know, you want to like just clear all types of, you know, thoughts. So if you're a professional Afrobeat dancer, if you're a professional, like whatever you are, you know, just say it. Like, don't just say I'm a dancer. Like, be specific with it. Yeah.
Okay. Let me check the camera real quick.
Yeah, make sure it's recording.
Why is it blinking? Okay. It's recording everything.
Okay.
All right, so that was very, very insightful, you know, and I'm going to go to my next question, which to me, I might not really understand it because, again, I'm just a consumer, right? You're a consumer, you're a dancer, you create the trends as well, right? Do you feel like American dancers don't really understand the value of Afrobeat, or it's just a trend for them?
You say you say Americans?
Yeah, American like choreographers. Yeah. Do you think they don't understand like what, you know, like the songs, you know, the passion behind it, or the heaviness behind Afrobeat as dancers, or do you think to them it's just a trend, you know, just vibes for them?
So I would say, like, I think you should do what you're good at, like specifically, right? Like, I feel like Americans may not have a whole, like, 100% understanding of, like, Afrobeats. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think that I'm, like, even professional Afrobeat dancers aren't sitting there and be like, oh, I'm really well versed in hip hop, because it's not their lane, you know? So it's like, if they bring an American choreographer, for instance, for something, you know, like they can get help. Like, oh, they might know an Afrobeats dancer, like maybe pass the job on, or maybe split half and half, you know. But I think like everything comes down to like money. Everything is money these days. So it's like, in order for someone to like give you that opportunity, it's just like there's greed, there is this, there's that, you know, like people don't want to share connections and this and that. So it's a little hard sometimes, but say the question one more time.
This ant, bro. The American choreographers.
Okay, yeah. So back to that, like
You're probably thinking about something else. You're probably doing leg up here right now. That's why.
So yeah, I was saying, like, I think they're able to get help, you know. So like, if you know you're not well versed into a style, go and look for the resource that will help you, like, fulfill that to the best of your ability. Like, so I don't think, in my opinion, I think they're never going to get a full 100% understanding, because like I said, everyone is in their lanes. Like, you're good at this, you're really good at hip hop, you're really good at rumba, salsa, this and that. Like, you know, that's your lane. So you're not going to, if someone comes to me and tells me, oh, I want you to choreograph a hip hop dance, that's not my forte, you know. So I'm not gonna sit here. I'll probably find a friend that I know does that and just give them that gig, you know what I'm saying? So it just makes it easier for me, because it's like, as a dancer, you should train in other styles, though. Like, you should train in other styles, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be a teacher in that style, or you're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's just to like up your own skills, but it's not because like you want to teach it to other people. Like, it's for your own personal growth, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. While you were talking, I just thought about this friend of mine. You probably know him, Afro, and his dance partner, his girl. They have been in America for a while now, and they have been hanging around this really big American choreographer.
Right.
And you know, she I don't know. To me, it seems like she's giving them the opportunity to teach people, you know, that are not Afrobeat based dancers, and to me that's beautiful, because the woman can dance herself.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
So,
and I think that goes back to that, you know, like, she knows that she knows that they're really good at that.
Yeah.
She may not be good at that, you know, so she sees their talent. She's like, you know what, I would really like people to see that. So I'm going to invest in making sure these people get to that point, because I think she does, I don't know if it's tap or something, like, I'm not sure. But she does
you already know about it?
Yeah, of course. So I think like it's a great thing, you know, like being able to give them the opportunity. It's, again, your connection, seeing how, you know, if people want to open those doors for you. It's on a lot of factors. But I think what she's doing is great. She should keep doing that. It's great to see our Cameroonian people, you know, having these opportunities. It's amazing. So I love it.
By the way, I feel like in the whole of Africa, Africans can dance, do you get? But when it comes to dancers, I always put Cameroonians first. We are versatile, bro. They can do any type of dance.
Actually,
any type of dance.
Literally,
I'm not sure any other African country. It's just fights.
It's
just
very
fights.
true.
But yeah, let's close this door. It was a little bit hot if you felt it, but now it's kind of, you know,
it's
windy.
cooling down. Yeah,
it's cooling down, which is even amazing. Now my energy is back up because I'm wearing black, and I'm wearing.
I don't know why you're wearing black when the sun is out.
But yeah, let's skip to Dallas now. This is about the Dallas party scene.
Oh.
And some people might be like, why are you asking a dancer? But it'd be stupid for me not to ask a dancer, because you guys literally are the life of events.
Right.
You know, like, you steam it up. You literally make it start, and if you stop, everything goes down. You know, fortunately, there's no DJ as well. But I feel like you guys are on the, like, siblings, you know, like cousins. Yeah. Let's talk about a Dallas party scene.
Right.
What's something that is true, or what's the reality about the Dallas party scene that people don't know of, or people don't talk about a lot? because I feel like there's a lot of facade, you know.
Oh, of course.
When it comes to it, I mean, as an outsider, I can see a lot of BS, you know. But for the people that are inside the offices, right? Like you are in this space, you know all the details. But yeah, kill us.
Well, honestly, what is something people don't know?
Oh yeah, I think about it. I don't think about what should I see, what should I not see. Let me get information. Tell us what it is.
I think it's more so like one of those things of like people thinking that not everyone can win, essentially. Like the way I feel is everyone can literally win and everyone can eat, you know. But I feel like there's so much greed and tension in the streets.
Greed.
That, of course, greed. The economy is bad, you know. We need money.
Okay.
You know, like I feel like by this time, especially after COVID, you know, like you should know who your locked in people are. You know, there might be an event that you want to collab with, but that might not work. So you're like, you know what, I'm gonna stick to my people. You know, it's also about knowing the different groups throwing. Is it a party? Is it a club? What do you want it to be? Pick one. Okay, pick one. But I think I think nightlife is very interesting, honestly. But I think, like I said, it's a little bit of greed and it's about power as well. You know, it's about getting that respect when you walk out, and you know, yeah.
So this is like in the Afrobeat party scene.
Yeah. And
are there people that you know that actually like do this great thing, that are greedy? You know, are there people that you know? I mean, you might not necessarily be in their lane. You know,
right. Yeah, exactly. Of course, you know, I may know some people, you know, that are that, but
may know. Like, hey, let me say myself.
I may know, you know, but at the end of the day, it's like, do what favors you. You know, if you know you can only work with one person and that's working great, you can keep it like that. You don't have to go and work with 5 people, you know, or if you know you don't want to share, you don't want to share. Like, I feel like it's also a thing of like everyone wanting everyone to do everything with everyone, but at the end of the day, that might not always work. Like, sometimes it is okay to do something with who you actually want to do it with. You know, yes, you can build community and stuff like that, but people have different visions, people have different standards, people have different ethics when it comes to working together. So if you know that like your working style doesn't work with this person's working style, why would you even come and stress yourself? Like, you know?
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So in the same light, right? In the same light, I want to ask you about Dallas promoters. All right.
I don't even be outside, bro. What are you talking about? I don't even be outside. I don't know.
Do you think promoters in Dallas, especially Afrobeat promoters, do you think they put it up like they do it for the culture, or do you think they just do it for clout? They do it for money? They do it for like a particular status?
I think it could be everything, you know, because with power comes the fame, comes the this, comes the that, and then you start feeding off of it, and then it feels nice, and then it's like, why not? You know, so I think it's just like, where things like that makes my train of thought. Oh my God. What's the question again?
Yeah. How you feel about like the? Do you think Dallas promoters go for
greed and stuff? Okay, yeah. I think it's for everything. You know, like I feel like if you're a promoter and you're promoting 2, 3, 4 places, and that gets you going, that makes you the money, you're only going to want more money. You know, like I think in this industry, it's about like how much money you got. It's, you know, it's also about the power. It's also about the clout. I mean, the clout comes with it. You know, when the more clout you have, the more people might come to your event because you're more relevant. And, you know, but at the end of the day, like, even if you reach these ends, like, you can still be humble about it. You don't have to, my shoulders are like this.
I'm a promoter.
You know, like, yeah, we know it's your club. Yeah, we know it's your event. You know, it's okay. Like, we get it. Okay. Yeah, it's okay to be friendly. It's okay to smile. It's okay to ask how you're doing. You know, it takes nothing to do these little gestures. But yeah.
Yeah, see that particular one hurts me because I generally don't give a fuck about going to events. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I personally don't give a fuck about all these things, stardom, fame. I don't care about that shit. Because to me, in front of our creator, everybody's the same. You know, when we die, we'll go down as food for the things that live on the ground. Do you get?
Exactly.
I've been to events where I'm like, I'm coming here because I'm trying to support this person.
Right.
But yeah, they're like, we came here to is it fan? Yeah, to be a fan to something. I'm like, okay. But you think they make money though?
They do make money. Yeah, they definitely make money.
Maybe I should look into that shit.
You should definitely look into that shit. There's money in there. I'm telling you. You just get with the right people. And
do you think at some point you're going to, like, you know, just look, see if you can?
No,
because you have the following. You know a lot of people, so.
I don't know. I don't. In order for me to want to do that, it's like I have other things I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to do things like that, I'll do it for my birthday. And have everyone I love there, you know, people that I like working with, and that's good enough for me. Once a year, keep pushing, you know. But a recurring every week thing, I have to be out. I don't even like. I love my bed too. Okay, like it's just to a certain point that I don't see myself being like a promoter, you know.
Cap, she don't love her bed. Cap.
I do.
She's always outside, bro.
I do love my bed. Like, you must actually not know me. I actually do love. But if money is calling,
of course, very typical for public girl. Very typical. Okay. So let me divert a little bit, right, and go to, like, I think the second question I asked, when it comes to, like, you know, being a creative in being a dancer in the creative industry, right? You feel like there's strong sisterhood, brotherhood, like people look out for each other, apart from just going to events and dancing. The people look out for,
Oh, definitely. I would definitely say that that's one of the things that I know for sure is there. You know, like once you have like relationships, when you actually cultivate relationships, people will have your back. You know, it's a different thing. How do I explain this? There's a difference between like meeting, let's say we meet today, and like we don't talk at all, and then we meet at another event and then we don't talk at all, and it's just like, well, we're not really cultivating that, are we? Right? I think it's also maximizing your resources. You know, like whenever you have a project, who do I know? Who can I include? Who has the different skills? Like, you know, different people, so you know everyone has a different skills, right? That's also maybe like your way of bringing people together. Right? And then once you do that, like a lot of people are going to like start respecting you, or maybe like trusting you more, or maybe like being like, oh, I really want to work with this person because she's maybe organized or she knows what she's doing, like things like that, you know. And at that, you actually create a very strong community, like of people that you can rely on. If tomorrow I have this, I can call up this person and be like, hey, you know, I'm doing this and this and that. Obviously, like, I think you also have to think about time management. You know, if you want to do these things, like you have to plan ahead. Always get ahead, plan ahead. Like, make sure that, you know, you have a timeline for these things. You know, because like we might want to do something, but we say, oh, let's do it next week. Next week comes, nobody brings up anything. You know, you also have to be intentional about working with people. That's how you keep good relationships. Is by being intentional in literally.
It's a bird. It's a bird.
By being intentional in everything that you do, I think like from there, you know, you start just knowing that you have people for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's definitely there, you know. And I mean, not everyone is your friend. At the end of the day, you have to know
Facts.
who you trust,
Facts.
who to, you know. You have your different relationships, and they're all different for a reason. So, but yeah, I believe that in the entertainment industry, there are people you can definitely count on. Would it be everyone? You know, it can be everyone at the end of the day, but it should be a good amount of people that,
Like a close, tight set.
yeah. So
Okay. So I want you to give us like your top best dancers in Texas.
well,
No, 2. Actually, 1. Let me put you on the spot. 1.
no, don't do that. Don't do that.
1.
Fairly official.
Okay, 2. Hey, Charlie, smart. 2.
Oh my goodness. Everyone is an amazing. Well, not everyone. Let's not get the cap. But you know, if I'm gonna give a shout out, how about we do that? A shout
do a
out.
shout
You
out.
know,
Do a shout out. Yeah.
you know, I think that's better. I'm gonna give a shout out to Naughty Babes. You know, because those are my girls, and I love them so much. You know, that's what I'm gonna give a shout out to.
I'll tag them too, man. So you guys can check them out.
Make sure you follow us on our Naughty Babes page.
Follow them.
Follow. Yeah.
They'll dance, like they'll animate your shit. Let me not talk too much. Let me just go back to the Dallas party scene.
Right.
I want you to tell me some things that you dislike as a dancer, right, in the Dallas party scene, like the clubs, events, wherever. What are some things that you dislike? Like when you just walk in or they book you for an event and you just come like, I don't like these things, red flags, anything. Just punch us.
I think I even had this conversation with someone not too long ago, actually.
T.
And they asked me this exact same question.
T.
And I would definitely say, like, if you're hiring me to come to be like a dance policy at your event, it's completely different from me maybe like going with a friend or just going for my own enjoyment. You know, there's differences in that. I feel like the moment you hire someone to do any type of work, you know, you have to be very attentive. Like, if I'm getting booked for a gig, I would expect there to be like things to be organized.
Yeah.
You know, from the moment I get there, where do I park? You know, is it that I'm having to pay for parking, or is it that like you guys have told the valet people that, okay, these people performing or these people doing this today? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just make sure you're aware so when they come, they can show you the flyer, whatever the case may be, and then they can have a parking spot. Instead of me coming to the event, I don't know where I'm parking.
Then you're looking for parking for 10 minutes.
Then I ask the valet people, and they're like, well, they didn't tell us anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, you just have to start thinking like a lot. But that's one of the things, like parking. Second thing is just like making everything smooth, you know, like if it's like an actual performance where I have to be backstage and all of these things, like make sure it's there. Make sure like there's someone at the door, like someone that I'm actively in communications with, like, as I'm getting to the event, so that it's easier for me to just get inside and do what I have to do, instead of like you get there, you're calling, nobody's coming. It's also like, well, I mean, I'm getting paid for this, but it's like, you know. So I think that's also a vital part, like proper communication like goes a long way. Like just make sure you're communicating with the people that you're hiring, you know. And at the end, they also like treat them with respect, you know. Like if you treat them well, they gonna want to do it again. Like you're gonna work together again. Like if it's a good collaboration, or you know, if it's a good, you're hiring me, whatever the case may be. Like just also appreciating your people and just giving them some respect. That's some of these things that I can say I would like to see more of.
Yeah, for the people that be throwing events, you know, booking them, you better pick up from this shit because it's annoying. It's your time, it's your talent. Yeah?
It definitely is.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It takes a lot.
But still in the same light, right? In the same light. And this one, I want you to be very honest. Very honest. Don't do me like this. Very honest, right? I know you've been around a lot of like top artists, you know, with a lot of like big artists, right? Like you perform for them. Who was give me an artist you've had a good experience being around or performing with?
Okay. Let me think.
Hey, this is a problem when you've been a lot around
No,
big people.
nah, don't
There's
do
so
that.
many options. You're like, who is it? The video or is it?
Okay, I think I remember. I would say KC.
KC.
Yeah, I think like
KC, is it Oya Limpopo?
Yeah, him.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think like his team, you know, like the communication was there, like the respect was there, you know, like making sure you guys have food, things like that, you know. So that was pretty good experience. Who else?
Shout out to KC.
Shout out to KC, man. That's
Limpopo Master. I mean, back in the day, that's who we used to listen to. Oh, geez.
It's getting really dark. Maybe like
It's getting dark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe up your ISO a bit. Like it's been like that for a bit.
For like.
Oh, it's the fact that you can't see. That's why. Can you see yourself like as you're sitting here?
Yeah, I can see myself.
Oh, okay, you didn't see it was getting dark.
I couldn't see.
Okay.
But I have eye problems. I'm beginning to have them. Old age. So yeah, still on the same question, right? Then tell me about an artist you had like, I won't say a bad experience, but the professionalism wasn't there compared to like KC. You know, you're disappointed. A big artist too, I mean an artist in general. I mean, you just gotta say, you know, you can whisper the names so you don't wanna put them out there.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
But people wanna know because at the end of the
No,
day,
you don't have to know. It's okay.
how you don't have to know? Somebody can be like, oh, I mean, you can still be a fan of the person,
Right.
but they have like human fault. It
think,
might
like-
not be their fault, it might be the team's fault, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why you don't want to just say an artist's name when it's they probably didn't even know anything about it.
Or
Like,
give us a clue so
you know?
people can figure it out themselves. Me, self, I'll figure it out myself.
hey,
Hey, thinking about that, bro, you know what? No, I want to say let's forget about that question, bro. What's the point of the video? Because I feel like this is what people want to know,
okay.
you know? So you can just give us like small clue like this, small clue.
Okay. Let me
That's
think.
good.
Let me think though. His performances are like always like just always sexualized.
Oh,
You know.
yeah, you ain't gotta say too much. We already know. We already know. Without to say too much, we already
Okay.
know. If you know, you know. If you listen to, you know.
If you don't listen, you don't know.
You don't know, so
One-
figure it out yourself. Because I think one thing is, I don't want to elaborate on this because I'm about promoting the culture, you know. So I actually appreciate you for like skipping that because it's going to be like you're shitting on
Right.
someone, and that's not good. Not
Right.
something I stand on
Right.
personally. I don't stand on that shit.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to my next question, which is about relationships, right? Relationships. Not the type of relationship, but relationships in the dancing industry, right? In the creative industry. Have you lost friendships, you know, relationships because of what you do?
Oh, have I lost friendship?
Because of what you do?
No.
Just being in the industry? No?
No.
Really?
No, not because of what I do. No, I don't
That's
think
crazy though.
No.
Because I feel like if there's a lot of, you know, competitive, if it's a competitive field,
Yeah.
you know how people can be.
If I lost any, that means like it wasn't important. I don't remember. Like if that means they weren't like. I can't think of any though.
You can't think of any.
They were probably irrelevant if that happened. But I don't remember like me because of what I do, like because of me dancing now.
Okay. What's the biggest what are some misconceptions people have about Afrobeat dancers? In your opinion?
Okay, I would say some people may say like our dances don't have lines, I guess, but I don't think that's true. I definitely think our dances have lines, okay? But I think like
Lines?
lines meaning like cleanliness, like
Oh.
because like Afrobeat is very fluid, right? Like it's very like it's not meant to be too technical sometimes. It's meant to just be free and flowy sometimes, you know. So some people would say like when it comes to like doing like performances, there's no actual lines, but I believe like there's lines there. You just have to, you know, clean it and things like that. But I would say that's one of the misconception that some people think Afrobeat dance has. If anything else, I think
The whole line thing, I have to still research about it. It's the first time I'm hearing it.
yeah, just about like cleanliness, just looking sharp.
That's crazy though.
You know, and it's just like
To me,
I know.
they always look like flies.
That's why sometimes they want to go and hire like hip hop dancers to do Afrobeat stuff because you can see the lines. But it's just like yikes. But
Yikes.
anything else? I can't think of anything else really. Misconceptions. I don't know. I can't think of anything. I think that's like one of the ones I can.
Okay, I think that's pretty solid though. That's pretty solid. I think that point is pretty solid because to me it does not even make sense. You know, it does not make sense. But it does not make sense to me. Who am I? My opinion is just I'm not an artist. I'm not a dancer, right? So I can't really do too much apart from putting this out there for it to transcend to the people it can transcend to. But our very last question that I'm going to go to like a different type of smash or pass, right? But yeah, if you have a child or like your nieces or nephews, right? Or someone that wanted to get into the dancing industry, right? And they don't know the dark side or the good sides of it. I know you already kind of touched on it for my first question, right? But what would you tell them? This is more particular to like children. How would you help them? How would you direct them?
Big ass dog. What do you see that dog?
Oh yeah.
That should look like a.
That's a lion.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I can't even look at that dog, bro. Before we just do eye contact, you start coming for me, bro. Hell no.
So where I would tell people to start if they wanted to get into Afro or getting to learn about Afrobeats is, you know, look at the classes in your city, you know. So start taking classes. You can start from beginners, start somewhere, you know, don't go and take an advanced class. And you know you're not advanced in Afrobeats, you know, start at the very bottom and then you're going to progress from there. So I would definitely say start by taking a class. You know, for instance, we're in Dallas, there's so many people here that teach classes. So I think like just finding these resources and going out there and taking these classes and, you know, you can take private if you're not really comfortable being in a full class of people. You know, sometimes people have anxiety because they're in a full class and it feels like it's too much, it's overwhelming. Okay, if you're not comfortable with that, you can take a private class with the instructor.
Yeah.
Just, you know, one-on-one. They can go over like the basics and the fundamentals of what the style is, you know, because there's so many different styles within the Afrobeats umbrella. So just, yeah, I think that would be the biggest thing. Like, start taking classes. You're trying to learn.
Yeah, I think I should be the first person to start taking those classes. I was telling you about, you know, trying to dance, but I'm stiff, man. The waist can move. The waist can move, man.
You gotta start stretching, man.
Yeah, I gotta start stretching, and when she has her next class, I'll come there. I'll make sure anybody that's come there, I don't know them, so I don't.
Yes.
You know, I don't feel shy. You know what I'm saying?
And by the way, we are having an Afrobeats intensive coming up at the end of this month, May 31st.
May 31st.
May 31st, we're going to have 3 instructors.
Me.
3 instructors. Make sure you get your tickets. Make sure you come and learn. It's going to be all levels, beginners, intermediate, advanced.
Can you bring
We're
kids?
going to have discussions. If your kid is over 10, yes, that would be amazing. 10 and up. But under that, there's, you know,
It's gonna be hard.
well, that's another conversation. But yeah, it's going to be great. If you want to learn more about Afrobeats, this is where you want to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dallas or Houston?
No, Dallas.
So do you consider why Dallas though? At first you used to tell me Houston, like nah, Dallas, you're done with Dallas.
What? I literally live in Dallas. What are you talking about?
Do you think you ever move back to Houston? Like settle in Houston?
I don't know what the future holds, guys. I don't know what the future holds.
Yeah.
Wherever the money takes me, that's where I'm at. Okay? What is more money, that's where I'll always be.
Again, very typical of a Bamileke girl. You know. Hey, if you know something about Bamileke people, they chase that bread.
It's not about where I want to be. It's about where the money taking me.
They chase the bread to hell.
Hey, to heaven.
Everywhere they go for that bread.
Just heaven. Hell will never see me in Jesus' name.
Okay, so let me go to my speed smash or pass. Is this one? Smash or pass, that's what they call it, right?
I hope so. I hope.
No. Pop the balloon. I mean, you probably know what I'm talking about. Davido.
You wait, is it like a...
You ain't gonna pop the balloon for Davido or you're gonna keep it?
Wait, are we talking about like looks or are we talking about everything? Like
everything.
Okay. No, I wouldn't pop the balloon.
You wouldn't pop?
No.
Okay. Portable.
Nah, I'm popping the balloon. So
Why though?
it's not my like.
It's not your speed.
It's not my type.
Portable is pretty entertaining though.
He's very entertaining, but we're talking about balloons. To pop the balloon, right?
Pop the balloon, yeah. So you can't take him to your like.
Nah, I'm okay. No offense.
Sarah Chips. This Sarah Chips? Yeah, Sarah Chips.
Am I gay?
I mean, you don't have to be gay to like keep the balloon for another woman now.
But the whole point of pop the balloon
it's just to see like I know I mentioned this one because she's a dancer too. So
okay, keep the balloon.
You keep it.
Yeah, I love Sarah.
So you're gay.
What? Hey, I love women.
Okay. You should love women.
But I am not gay.
Okay. Whiskey.
Keep the balloon.
Rema.
Keep the balloon.
Petit pays.
Eh, Seigneur.
Hey, il est l'avocat. Hey, il est l'avocat défenseur des femmes. How can you pop it for him?
Ça fait quoi avec moi?
Oh, come on now. Okay, local.
I'm a concern ou pas?
Local.
Oh, I'll keep the balloon.
You keep the balloon?
Yeah.
Let me see. Who else? Kosi.
I love his music, but...
Yeah, she's speed.
Nah.
Omalay.
That boy's always depressed. I'll pop it. But I love his music though.
Is it? Do you think he's depressed for real? It's just like his
Well, I hope
style,
he's not. I don't know. Maybe it's just his style. The music is great, but...
Okay, Rema. Did I mention Rema?
Yeah, you mentioned Rema.
Oh shit. I'm thinking about Rema too much. Not that way, but yeah. Think about Rema too much. Let me see. Who else?
That's not enough.
I thought about somebody. What's this guy's name? CK.
What does CK even look like again?
That's him, right? I'm mixing up.
I guess keep the balloon.
Keep the balloon. There's somebody, I'm forgetting the name, man. It's this other Nigerian artist. I think it's that same generation as Omalay, CK. If you call the name, I know.
Joe Boy.
Not Joe Boy.
I don't know, man. What are you talking about?
He was viral for this incident at some point. He was viral on X for X activities.
For some reason I don't remember who it is.
Wow, what's his name?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember who it was. It's getting really dark.
It's okay, Sean. We're almost done. But yeah, I think that's it for the video. And as you guys can see, it's clearly dark. It's a beautiful
It's
day.
so dark.
And it's a beautiful day at Clyde Warren Park
In Dallas, Texas.
in Dallas, Texas. You feel me? But I appreciate Feli for taking her time out.
Appreciate you
know.
for having me, man.
And she helped me blow. When I get there, you gonna see her face. Mo, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
Wow.
win this.
Huh?
So win this.
Oh, win this.
Yeah.
For sure. We are gonna get there. But yeah, guys, this is about it. Like she said, 10,000 views. How many likes?
As much likes as possible.
As much as possible. Let's make it happen for Feli. But that being said, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and go down the comment section, share your opinions. Just leave your thoughts. And that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.